So communicate with me.
So about communication, tell us the hot button topic that we're facing now,
Oh my God,
right?
what are we gonna talk about?
Well, today there's only one thing we can talk about, even though this is probably not going to come out in relevant time for about this
Oh my
subject.
gosh.
But we can
Yeah,
always refer back to this and see how wrong we were in our own opinions once the world is dominated. But communication, freedom of speech.
yep. Freedom of speech. Those are hot. How do you call that?
Hot button topics.
Hot button topics right now.
Yeah.
Elon Musk just bought Twitter,
Did he though?
$44 billion.
I,
Yeah.
I was well. He put in the offer and everybody said yes, but I was hearing on the
No,
radio
it's
that
out in the media.
like he
Yeah,
had,
yeah, he bought it.
well, is it though? Is it
No, he
actually purchased or
yes,
everything
yes.
is
No,
obviously
no,
going
no,
to
he
happen?
purchased.
Because he
Yeah,
could still pull the plug. No,
no, no, no. I think
today
it's a done deal.
on Saturday, 30th of April, 2022,
Yeah,
when
nah,
we're
there was a
recording
lot
the
of
video.
negotiation,
Hmm.
and they were doing something called what is it called? A toxic something?
Toxic. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When they were trying to like make it so he couldn't own more than a certain percentage
Exactly.
of the company because they
But
didn't
he just
want
bought the
him.
whole thing, I
Right.
guess.
So it's weird for me. One of the things like
$44 billion.
right. Anyway, welcome to Woke Wars, where we still haven't done our full research before we start digging into topics, but
We like to talk about
we
him.
like to talk about stuff. So one of the things that strikes me as weird is I hear like the company is fully privatized now,
Yeah,
but it was fully privatized before. It was just spread out like the control. Like I don't understand the difference
I'm
because it
not
wasn't a
sure about
public
that.
company, or was
Well,
it a
but if you
company that
have
was
shareholders, then how isn't doesn't that mean that it's public?
sure? But what happens now? Like he's not going to sell. If you want to buy like stock, you can't buy.
I don't
Is that
know.
what it is?
I don't know.
I don't understand the difference. Please let us know in the comments down below.
I have
But
no idea. I just I know they had a board
mhm.
before,
And now they
with
don't have a
equal
board.
shares or something like that.
Well, do you have the board and you have
And
the stock
Elon
people?
came and bought the whole thing.
All right,
That's
let's go with that. So
that's
what does that mean?
I don't know. Well, I guess it became this controversial thing that he bought Twitter
Why?
because I would say, like everything nowadays, it became a political thing,
Mm.
and people mostly from the left are complaining that because I guess both sides have different concepts of what free speech is,
That's
and
true.
one side wants to regulate free speech, which I think it's another controversial idea to
Right.
regulate free speech. How is it free speech if you regulate it? That's what I'm.
It's almost like a paradox.
Exactly. It's almost like a paradox, and so I guess that's the conflict right now. It's the definition of what free speech is, and if it should be regulated or not. Who regulates like let's say hate speech, or
Right.
who defines what hate speech is? Who are we going to give that power to? Like, is the government going to legislate the whole thing? Are they going to make changes in the legislation or the internal Twitter regulations? So I don't know. It's very. I think it's very complex for sure.
I
But
agree.
I see a lot of I most most of the complaints are coming from people on the left, and um they see Elon Musk as like a figure that is helping the opposite side, I guess,
Hmm.
because he's an advocate for free speech.
Well, but that shouldn't be controversial for some reason.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, um, because Twitter has such a huge impact in society, and it's certainly a tool that could become politicized and weaponized to make people think certain way, or like to spread information, disinformation, or whatever how you want to call it. um they feel like it could be dangerous for democracy. It could influence people, you know to vote for this person or vote for that person. It could be used as a political weapon.
Sure.
So they're afraid that Elon is going to do that for the opposite side. So they're attacking, they're saying that billionaires shouldn't exist, or they're saying that now because free speech is this thing that anybody can say anything, which is not really. I mean, it is, but it is not. There's there is already legislation in place. I've At least that's what I think, or what I've heard. That is legislation in place that already exists that that kind of limits that oblivious free speech, like like call for action, or you can lie, like you cannot lie, you cannot start screaming in the middle of a movie theater,
Oh, like
fire,
fire, yeah.
fire. How do you call that?
Inflammatory. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean,
yeah. So it's like a
if you're
panic-inducing
exactly,
situation. It get
there's a name for that, but I forgot.
yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Defamation, that kind of stuff. Like there
So
are
defamation
law.
is already part of. I thought in
Yeah,
America you
well,
could.
and we can talk about Johnny Depp and
Right,
Amber.
but we were talking about Twitter.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's another hot button topic
Right.
that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I feel like that's their fear, that Twitter is going to be weaponized, as in my opinion has been. um, and it's not going to be a safe space anymore.
Mm,
Anybody will be able to say whatever they want, so they are afraid that the neo-Nazis are going to come and start spreading neo-Nazi ideas, or that Trump is going to come back to Twitter. And some people see Trump as a menace to society because of all the shit that he's said in the past, or I don't know,
mhm.
that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, but yeah,
how do we
navigate that.
navigate that? How do we ponder those ideas? How do we find a balance? Why some people from the left mostly see this Elon Musk buying Twitter as a threat?